Okay guys, I want to talk about the best and worst purchases I made in 2024. I want to start off with two of my favorite purchases I made this year. And some people are probably going to disagree with me, but this is the Liberty Advent Calendar. I love it so much. There were lots of skincare products that I'm so excited to try. Elisa Eldridge Lake Lyrics eyeshadow in the shade Emily that I didn't have, a red burrito lipstick, which was quite fun, although it's not in a matte finish, which is not my favorite. But like the makeup products, nothing that I have, brands that I haven't tried, so it was really interesting. Lots of fragrances, lots of delicious fragrances. The only thing which is really interesting is I got an email yesterday saying that one of the candles is the Granado Tonica candle. The email said that the flame do not burn safely, so I haven't actually used that candle yet. But thankfully I didn't. But what I have done actually is just basically scooping out the wax, put it in my wax melter and using it that way, which seems to be fine. The wax does burn quite smoky, but also Liberty sent out a £25 gift voucher because of this product issue. So I think that's great customer service, first of all, but also fantastic products. It's definitely sold out by now, but if you are interested, keep an eye out for it next year. So one of the other things that I really wanted to buy was actually the fragrance advent calendar by Harrods. I did not get there in time, but I did end up buying the Space NK scent advent calendar, which is also fantastic. It's 12 boxes. I just opened it up now and it smells absolutely amazing. Again, it's sold out, but I would recommend keeping an eye out for it next year. Keeping in with the theme of scents, this Byredo fragrance library is my favorite purchase of the year. It was £180 for 24 samples, but gives you a £150 voucher. So after you buy this, you'll get an email with a voucher code and you can use that voucher for any of the fragrances that you've tried out in these 24, or another one if you want to. It's basically £180 for 50ml fragrance and 24 samples, which I think is pretty good. And when you add up like how many mils together is here, I think it's like over 100, because obviously £180 for like lots of samples is like ridiculous, right? But the £150 voucher makes it worth it. And when you think about the actual volume of liquid in here, it does add up. I've just been obsessed with fragrance this year, and I also got the Liberty scent pouch as well. Great little makeup bag, and inside lots of different fragrances to try. There's a couple brands in here that are already in the advent calendar, but they're different scents. Another great purchase. If you're a fragrance lover, then I think you'll enjoy this. If this is not sold out, I will link it. Another great purchase, and I think this is like the only eyeshadow palette that I actually bought this year that I wanted to buy, not for YouTube, because the other eyeshadow palette I bought was Elisa Eldridge, but honestly I wouldn't have bought it if I wasn't gonna review it. Vanessa Myrick Freedom palette. I mean, you guys have seen so many videos on this palette, and I'm not gonna harp on about how innovative the packaging is. I'm sure you've seen it already. I took this traveling because this is so convenient, and you don't even have to take all three. You can just take one of the slots, or you can rearrange the shadows to just take your favorite 6 shades, but you can just pick the ones you want, take on a holiday with you, and then it's like a super easy way to add a pop of color to your eye look. Perfect for traveling, and just perfect for it's just perfect for everything. I'm just gonna go randomly with good purchases and bad purchases. A purchase that I did not enjoy is this little Asian beauty product. Is a concealer palette, and I think my Asian beauty haul video would be up by now, but if not, keep an eye out for it, which I do use this. But essentially the shades are too light. The formula itself is okay, but it's really just not usable for my skin tone. So another set of products that I regret purchasing, I guess I don't really regret purchasing it, but it's probably not a product that I would have purchased if I didn't have this YouTube channel, and that is the new Lisa Eldridge Sculpt and Shade lip pencils. I did film a video. I still haven't edited it because I didn't feel like my thoughts were coherent enough in that video, but I probably will edit it during the holiday period and finally get it out for you. But essentially, this formula is completely different to her original Enhance and Define lip pencils. These lip pencils are super creamy and do not move once they set down. They are so long lasting, it's incredible. Not the case with these ones. And I just wish she would have just released these shades in the original formula, because this formula is just not as good. So some other products I regret purchasing is a red carpet lipstick in pink. I knew this shade wasn't for me, but I wished it was, so that's why I bought it. And yes, it is not good for me. It's too cool toned. The formula is okay. To be honest, I don't know, lots of people really love Charlotte Tilbury's lipstick formula, but I kind of like feel like it's okay. I don't know, like it's good, but it's not that amazing. Am I the odd one out here? What do you guys think about Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks? Let me know. Another Charlotte Tilbury product that I kind of regretted buying, not kind of regretted buying, really regretted buying, is the Pillow Talk Hypnotizing Pop Shots. I got this one in ultraviolet. Packaging, yeah, beautiful, right? All of these little gems, very pretty. This was a limited edition. And when I saw it the first time, I really loved this shade. And I also saw an influencer that I follow use this on her eyes, and it looks so beautiful. And at the time, I duped it myself with shadows in my own collection because it was sold out. And I saw, okay, this is back. I thought, okay, you know what? Let's just buy it. And I think there was a discount as well at the time. It's just so not worth it. Just not it. It's got a slight flip to it. I don't know if you can tell on camera. Really crumbly. It's not very sparkly, and it's not very opaque either. But then it's not a topper. The color is pretty, but the finish is nowhere near the level that I want it to be. Like, it's not sparkly or lucent enough for a topper, but then it's not opaque or metallic enough for a eyeshadow. It's just such a dud, honestly. This is so not worth it. However, an eyeshadow duo that I did actually enjoy, the Patrick Ta. I don't know how I feel about Patrick Ta as a brand, to be honest. This is my only ever purchase from him, and the only product that I own from the brand. I don't know, I looked on Reddit and loads of people were like, oh, Patrick Ta is really dodgy, he didn't seem like a nice person. And I don't know, I mean, I never felt that way, but then yeah, I don't know. People always have their opinions. And obviously this little eyeshadow duo came with a lot of controversy itself as well. I get that this is ridiculously expensive. And in the current economy, this much for 2 eyeshadows? Yeah. And I think the problem is not necessarily how much these cost, but the fact that it costs as much from his brand, because there are plenty of luxury makeup brands that have eyeshadows that cost way more. But I think it's because it's him that has just caused this real issue. For me, like I said, I don't really know much about him, but I kind of saw a lot of videos about these eyeshadows and then made the decision myself to give them a go. And honestly, they are really beautiful. Are they unique? No. I have shadows that are very similar in my collection, and just so you know, the duo that I have is Do You Know Who I Am, and I picked this one because they are the ones that are most like the glittery toppers. Even though I really like the brown duo, I felt like one of the shades was kind of like more of a nice metallic eyeshadow. I really wanted these shiny toppers. I have put this on my eyes. It is really pretty, and I definitely do not regret purchasing it despite all of the controversies surrounding it. Asian beauty hit is this little lipstick. It's by the brand Into You, and it is this really pretty matte blurring lipstick. It's actually very long lasting. It's not, you know, exactly transfer proof, but it's definitely very long lasting, very blurring on the lips, does not make my lips feel dry at all. It's such a great product, and it's very similar to the Violette lip balm. So this is the Violette Bisou balm, and I got the shade Guimauve. I don't know. And this is, you can see the two colors are quite similar, but this shade is a lot brighter. And I love this one as well. And this is definitely a purchase I'm very happy with. And that's why I've also included in this video. This is less pigmented and probably more appropriate for every day, for the office. But if you want something that packs more pigment, then this little Asian beauty gem is better. And speaking of Violette, I also got the Bisou Jelly. So the Bisou Jelly, as you would imagine, is a shiny finish of the lipstick. It's got a pigment core and a clear jelly around it. And I got the shade Bonbon a la Rose. First of all, the shade was a mistake. And this is what the shade looks like. It's too cool tone of a pink for me. I can wear it, but I need to make an effort in order to pull it off. It's not an effortless shade for me. But also, the real issue that I have with this, even if I got it in a shade that suited me better, is like when you put this on your lips, can you see, right, you have the pigment there in the middle and then the balm either side of it. So when you're applying it to your lips, if you're holding it like that, the pigment is only gonna be here on your lip. It's not gonna be here on your lips. So if you wanted it there, right, you needed to put the lipstick higher than you would intuitively do it. And I don't know, I find that a little bit strange. And I don't really want all of my lip to be super glossy and oily, because then I feel like that just makes me look like I've eaten a deep fried food very recently and haven't wiped my mouth. Do you know what I mean? And I think maybe you have smaller lips, maybe you feel differently, but I think my lips are already quite big. And if I exaggerated it more, it would look odd. So this whole pigment thing, I don't enjoy it. I will not be purchasing any more shades of this for sure. An amazing discovery that I made this year is of the Florasis brand. They sent these products to me. I did not buy them with my own money. However, I definitely rate the quality of these products. Again, more details in my Asian beauty video, so I won't go into too much, but I'm really happy to have the two eyeshadow palettes and this face palette in my collection. I got these Zero paints, and I used this to create the KJ8 Academy competition video when I very luckily got selected to win the 5 shades of the new blushes. A swatch video is coming, I promise. These are quite highly rated. I have not used the blue color yet. I've only used the lilac. And when I used the lilac all over my eyes as an eyeshadow, I found it to be a little bit patchy, to be honest. I struggled to build up the opacity. It is very easy to just do, you know, a sheer wash of color and it looks fine. But then I feel like it's, you know, the color, the pigment is not coming through. So then I try to layer it, and then that's when the problem happened. It just doesn't layer very well. And I have tried as well to just put on loads at the beginning, and but then when I tried to blend that out, that still got patchy. So I think these would work better as eyeliner, and I plan to create a look with this, just using this as an eyeliner. But yeah, I don't know. I am not sure about these. So they're kind of in the regret category. I bought 5 Violette products this year, and this one is the Invisible Bandage. And this is something that you put on your spots, okay? So twist mechanism to switch it on and off. And you put it on, you let it dry, and it's supposed to form a film over the spots. So rather than having that crusting of the concealer, which you know what I'm talking about, over that area, you have a smooth area. But no, it does not work for me. I have seen quite a few big influencers that I follow and trust recommend this, and it looked like it worked for them. But it does not work for me. And I have used it so many times. I have used a little, I've used a lot, I've used it with other skincare, I've used it without other skincare, I've used different concealers on top of it. And even the times when I think it's worked, the patch still starts to peel at the edge a few hours later on. And I'm at work and I look in the mirror and I see like the crusting happening from this, and it's so embarrassing that I actually take it off. So if you've been thinking about this, I do not recommend it. This is a firm purchase regret. On a more positive note, I discovered another Asian beauty gem this year, and this is the Mistine Loose Setting Powder. I rave about it in my Asian beauty haul. Go watch that one. This is my new favorite setting powder. Keeping in with the Asian beauty theme, this Too Cool Art Class hair shading powder, amazing. I'm wearing a little bit of it right now. It makes my hairline looks a lot more full. Perfect. Yeah. What a great purchase. It was an impulse last minute at a sale rack purchase, and I do not regret a thing. One more Asian beauty product, and it is this Yoo-Hoo, maybe that's how you're supposed to say it, Yoo-Hoo Mirror Shine lipstick. This is the best glossy balm lipstick I have tried. I have tried the Hourglass Phantom Glossy Balm, and I think the Hourglass is better than the Lisa Eldridge Balm Embrace. I do like the Lisa Eldridge Balm Embrace, but if you want a super shiny glossy balm, then this is the one. It's shinier than the Hourglass, it's shinier than the Lisa Eldridge. The pigment does not separate within your lip line. It's magical, it's amazing. This is an outstanding product. Couple more regrets from Glossier. I fell for the Glossier sale. I saw Hannah Louise Poston review these too, and you know, she liked these scents. So I thought, let's give these a go. Black Friday discount. It's winter. Let's get some lip balm. Ugh. I dislike both of these scents. I dislike the biscotti more. This one is tolerable, Bresso one, but they both just taste and smell so artificial. I don't know how people enjoy this. I really don't. And these two are massive regrets. Like, this gift set is just a massive regret. I also bought the perfume gift set. It is the 3 travel size Glossier You perfumes. This is a weird one. I do not regret buying it, but the pink one, okay, my cat Phoenix is scared of that perfume scent. The first time I used it, I didn't know what was going on. I sprayed it in my dining room, and he just like got so scared, and I didn't really understand. Like, the things didn't click. But he was scared for like 2 days. Like, his tail was bushy, his tail was down, he didn't like going into that area of the living room. Like, the dining room's an open living dining room area. And I put the perfume in my filming room in the other bedroom, and he was very tense about going into that room. Things eventually settled, and then I used it again, sprayed it, and immediately he got so scared again. So that's when I knew it was that perfume. I do not know why. My in-laws' cats don't seem to have a problem with that scent. My cat is a little bit of a scaredy cat. It's a very scared cat. To my viewers, have you tried the pink version of the Glossier You perfume? And does your cat like it? Let me know. No, I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, the Glossier You perfume is one of my favorites. I've used it for many years. Definitely love it. I like both of the new versions, to be honest. I don't like them as much as the original. I prefer the white a little bit more than the pink, but the original is still my favorite. Chef's kiss. Another new product in my collection that I am really over the moon with is the Made by Mitchell curve case. I did not buy this because it went viral. I bought this before it went viral. I was just on Beauty Bay shopping and came across this and thought it looked really good, so I bought it. And I got the the light one, and you can see I really dug my brush into these colors. It's just so cool, no pun intended. It's so cool how cool toned these colors are. I think the only problem I would say is this is the lightest one, and I've looked at the one that is one level up, and I feel like those shades might be a little bit too dark, but there are some shades in here that are just a little bit too light. So I wish there was like a little in between, because definitely like these two shades, they don't really show up on my skin, but you can see just how green and gray these colors are. Have you ever seen any other makeup company making these gray green shades, right? Like no one. So that's very, very cool. Again, no pun intended. Even these blush shades, I haven't touched these three. I tried this little lilac one on my cheek, and it looks great. I think because of my skin tone, like the opacity of the shade, just my undertones, it did not look, I mean, it does not look like that on my cheek. It just looks like this really pretty, cool leaning, kind of like lilac, sort of pink, purpley shade. Really, really pretty. This is a great purchase. It deserves to go viral. There is a little bit of a strange smell to it, but I mean, I'm hoping that just means they didn't put loads of fragrance in it. So this is just a quick little roundup of purchases I have regretted and purchases that I was really pleased with. I will actually be going into a no-buy year in 2025, and I will be making a little video about that in the new year, so keep an eye out for that. And if you are someone who is looking to go into a no-buy, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I will not be shoving lots of new products down your throat. Okay, and I hope everyone has a nice holiday or had a nice holiday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And by the way, if you're interested in how I did my makeup look, I did a little video about Beast Games while I did this makeup look. I'll be linking the video down below. My hair is a mess. Just ignore the chaos. I'm trying to keep some resemblance of sanity here, but it's not really working.